Welcome to English Hoot, everyone. I'm Lily.
And I'm Sam. Thanks for joining us today. We're so excited to talk about something that could really change the way you think about learning English.
Oh, yes, Sam. Today, we're diving into how to make your brain think in English. We know it sounds like magic, right? But trust us, it's all about practice and a few fun tricks.
Absolutely. You might have noticed this before. When you're learning English, you often think in your first language first. For example, let's say you speak Spanish. You might think, how do I say this in English before you speak?
Right, but what if we told you that you could skip that step and start thinking in English from the start? No more translating in your head.
Sounds like a dream, huh? Well, stick with us. By the end of this episode, you'll be thinking in English like a pro, and it's not as hard as it sounds.
So, Sam, tell me, why is this skill so powerful? I mean, why should we stop translating in our heads?
Well, Lily, imagine this. You're at a bus stop, and a tourist asks, does this bus go to the train station? If you're still translating, you might miss your chance to answer.
Oh, no. But if you're thinking in English already, you can quickly smile and say, yes, it does. You can stay on for 6 stops. Easy, right?
Exactly. Thinking directly in English helps you answer quickly and confidently. And this works in conversations, at school, and even when you're watching English movies.
That's right. Now, Sam, let's talk about how thinking in English helps with confidence. Imagine you're in class, and the teacher says, tell us about your weekend.
Yikes, that's a tough one if you're still translating. But if you've been practicing thinking in English, you can start talking right away.
Like this. On Saturday, I visited my grandmother. We cooked rice and chicken together. On Sunday, I watched a funny movie with my friends. Simple, but smooth.
And the best part? The more you speak without those long pauses, the more your confidence grows. Trust me, you'll feel like a rock star.
Let's not forget about listening, either. When you're watching an English movie, trying to translate every word is like running on a treadmill in slow motion.
Exactly. But when you start thinking in English, you catch the meaning faster. You don't even have to stop and think, wait, what did that word mean?
It's like your brain is running on fast forward and your ears can keep up.
Plus, it helps with pronunciation. You'll start hearing English sounds in your mind before speaking them aloud. It's like your brain gets a head start.
So, Sam, now that we know why thinking in English is important, let's talk about how to actually make it happen. How do we start?
Good question. The first step is simple. Start small. You don't need to speak in full sentences right away.
Like, when you wake up, just look around and name the things you see in English. Pillow, blanket, window, door. It's easy and gets your brain into English mode right from the start.
I love that. And when you're brushing your teeth, you could say to yourself, toothbrush, toothpaste, water. These little actions help train your brain to think in English.
And don't worry about speaking out loud. Silent practice works wonders too. It's like a secret workout for your brain.
Oh, and here's a fun one. Describe what you see around you. If you're at the park, you could think, the sky is blue, that dog is small, a man is jogging.
You're making pictures in your mind, but in English. How cool is that?
Super cool. And if you don't know a word, don't panic. You can explain it in other words. If you forget the word for microwave, just think, the machine that makes food hot quickly. Boom!
Nice. And here's another fun idea. Create an English room in your mind. Whenever you're doing something like walking or cooking, use only English thoughts.
No translation allowed. And if you don't know a word, just explain it. You'll be surprised how much this helps.
Also, try giving your day a little English talk. At night, think back on your day in English. Today, I cleaned my room and talked to my cousin. Now I'm tired.
That's such a great way to practice the past tense too. And you don't need hours of practice. Just 5 or 10 minutes a day is a great start.
All right, Sam. Now let's talk about another fun way to practice thinking in English. Pictures.
Ooh, I love this one. You can look at any picture around you and describe it in English. For example, let's say you see a family having dinner. You could think, the mother is smiling. The father is eating chicken. The child is drinking juice. There are vegetables on the table.
That's a great practice. You can do it anywhere too, at the park, at the bus stop, or even at a cafe. Just look around and describe what you see. The woman is reading a book. She has a red bag. The man is talking on the phone. A dog is sleeping near his feet.
This is like playing a fun game with your brain. The more you practice, the easier it gets to think in English.
Absolutely. And here's another cool trick. Use your phone. Most of us use it every day, right? Try changing your phone's language to English. At first, it might feel a little strange, but soon it will feel totally normal.
You'll start seeing words like settings, alarm, messages, and battery, and you'll learn them without even trying.
So your phone becomes a mini English teacher. And here's another idea. Start writing your notes in English. For example, make your shopping list. Milk, eggs, bread, apples. Or write your to-do list. Call mom, clean kitchen, finish homework.
These small changes tell your brain, hey, English is useful. It's my friend. Soon, you'll stop translating and start thinking directly in English.
And you know what else can help? Music. If you like English songs, try listening carefully and singing along. Choose slow songs with clear words.
When you listen, try to understand the meaning in English. For example, if a song says, I miss you, think, that means I feel sad because someone is not here.
And you can even write down your favorite lines and say them during the day. You'll feel like you're living in the song.
And don't forget the mirror, Lily. Standing in front of a mirror and speaking in English every day can help too. Just start with 2 or 3 sentences like, hello, my name is Anna. Today I feel happy. I will go to the market. I want to buy some fruit.
Look into your eyes and speak. It might feel strange at first, but it helps you get used to hearing your own voice in English, and it builds your confidence too.
Speaking of confidence, don't worry if you make mistakes. Remember, everyone makes mistakes, even babies when they learn to talk.
So true. When babies learn to speak, they don't stop trying because they made a mistake. They laugh, they learn, and they keep going. You can do the same. Just keep speaking, and if you don't know a word, just explain it with simple English.
Exactly. Instead of saying umbrella, just say, the thing we use when it rains. People will understand you, and you'll get better over time.
And here's a fun idea. Tell small stories to yourself. It could be about what happened yesterday. Yesterday, I woke up at 7 a.m. I ate some bread and drank coffee. Then I took the bus to school. My teacher gave us homework. At night, I watched a movie. It was funny.
These small stories don't need to be perfect or long. They help your brain practice grammar and vocabulary in a natural way.
You can even make up stories. Imagine you have a dog. Think, my dog is small and white. His name is Max. He likes to run in the park. He eats a lot of chicken. He sleeps on my bed.
It's not real, but it's a fun way to keep your brain thinking in English.
And reading simple English books can also help. Choose short stories for beginners. Don't worry about translating every word. Instead, try to understand the meaning in English.
And if you don't know a word, don't panic. Look at the sentence and try to guess. For example, in the sentence, the boy is holding a kite, even if you don't know kite, you can guess it's something the boy is holding.
After you read, try to close the book and tell the story in your own words. This helps you practice thinking in English without translation.
And if you really want to take it up a notch, keep an English journal. Every night, Write 2 or 3 sentences about your day in English. I was busy today. I cleaned my room. Then I went to the supermarket. I bought some bananas.
It may feel slow at first, but don't worry. With practice, it'll become faster, and soon you'll be thinking in English while writing and even before you write.
Now, let's talk about another fun way to practice thinking in English, labeling things around your house.
Oh, I love this one. It's like turning your home into an English classroom. Grab some small pieces of paper, write the English names on them, and stick them on things like your table, chair, mirror, fridge, and door.
That way, every time you see those labels, you'll remember the English word. And after a few days, try taking the papers off and testing yourself.
It's like a little game. Ask yourself, what's this? And then answer in English, this is a mirror. That is a door. It's a fun way to make English part of your everyday life.
And if you like talking to yourself, why not do it in English? When you're alone, say things like, I'm hungry. I will make noodles. Where is the pan?
Talking out loud helps connect English to real-life situations. It's like you're practicing for a conversation, even if no one else is around.
You can even pretend to be a teacher or a student. Ask questions and answer them. What is your name? My name is Tom. How old are you? I'm 22 years old. It's simple, but it gets your brain used to thinking and speaking in English.
Now, let's talk about how to use your daily habits to practice thinking in English.
That's right. Think about the things you do every day. For example, when you cook, say the steps in English. I wash the rice. I cut the vegetables. I boil the water. Now I add some salt.
This is such a great way to connect English to your actions. The more you link language to movement, the better you'll remember it.
And don't forget about watching videos or shows in English. Choose something easy to start with. Turn on the English subtitles and listen carefully.
Try following the sentences. If someone says, I'm going to the store, stop and repeat it in your mind. Imagine yourself saying it. The more you practice, the easier it will be to think in English.
And after a while, you can try turning off the subtitles. If you understand the meaning without reading, that's your brain learning to think in English.
You can also record yourself speaking in English. Talk about your day, your favorite food, or your hobby. Don't worry about making mistakes. Just speak and listen to your recordings later.
You'll be amazed at how much progress you've made. You might even listen to yourself and think, wow, I can speak better now. That's a huge confidence booster.
Oh, and if you have friends who are also learning English, try speaking with them in English too. Set a rule, only English for 10 minutes. You can talk about anything, your lunch, your pet, or your weekend plans.
At first, it might feel a little awkward, but that's okay. The more you practice, the easier it will become. It's like a fun game where you win by practicing.
And here's another great idea. Put simple questions on your wall. For example, write, what is your favorite color? What do you like to eat for breakfast? Or where do you want to go on holiday?
Every day, look at one question and answer it in English. You can say it out loud or just think about it in your head. This is a fun and personal way to practice.
And you can also start thinking about your plans in English. For example, tomorrow I will go to school. I need to bring my homework. After school, I will meet my friend.
These short thoughts keep your brain active in English, even when you're not speaking with anyone. It's like talking to yourself, but in English.
You can even use apps or websites that give you a word of the day. Learn a new word each day and try to use it in your thoughts. For example, if the word is happy, you could say, I feel happy today. The sun is shining. I'm eating ice cream.
Building your vocabulary like this will help you think faster in English, and soon English will just be part of your daily thoughts.
And when you feel like you're ready for more, you can use real-life situations to practice. For example, imagine you're at a restaurant. What would you say?
I want to order food. I'll have chicken and rice, please. Can I get a glass of water?
Practicing these little situations helps you be ready for real conversations.
Same goes for shopping. Before you go to the store, think, I need to buy milk, eggs, and apples. And while you're walking, say things like, I'm going to the shop now. I see many people. That man is buying vegetables. I need to find the bread.
These simple sentences keep your brain in English during your everyday life. It's like your brain is always practicing without you even realizing it. Now, Sam, let's talk about how to use games to help your brain think in English. This is one of my favorite tips.
Oh, I love this one too. You can play memory games like, I see something red. It's an apple. Or you can play a guessing game in your mind. It is big. It can fly. It has wings. What is it?
I know the answer to that one. It's a plane. These games are a fun way to keep your brain active in English. And the best part is, you don't need any special tools. You can play them anywhere.
Exactly. You can play them while you're walking, waiting for a bus, or even when you're just standing in line. And don't forget to think about your plans, too. After this, I will go home. I will cook dinner. Maybe I'll watch a movie.
These small sentences really help keep your mind in English all day long. It's like your brain is doing little workouts while you go about your day.
And here's a cool challenge you can try. Think in English for 10 minutes without stopping. Set a timer and see how much you can say. At first, it might feel hard, but with practice, it gets easier.
And if you're up for it, try increasing the time. You can try 15 minutes, then 20 minutes, and so on. It's not about being perfect, just about staying in English as much as possible.
And speaking of being perfect, don't worry if you make mistakes. You don't need a huge vocabulary to think in English. Even simple sentences like, I like this song. It makes me feel good. Or, my shoes are old. I need new ones are great.
Yes, it's about practicing the thoughts you already have in your own language, just switching them into English. You don't need to use big words. Short, simple sentences work just as well.
And here's a little trick. Start noticing when you catch yourself thinking in your native language. When that happens, gently change it to English. For example, if you think, I'm hungry in your native language, stop and say, I'm hungry in English instead.
It may take some time, but eventually your first thought will be in English. And that's a huge step forward. It means your brain is starting to accept English as part of your daily life.
I love that feeling. And as you keep practicing, you'll notice something amazing. One day, you'll suddenly think in English without even trying.
Oh, that's the best moment. You'll wake up and say to yourself, what day is it today? Or you'll walk outside and think, the weather is nice. That means your brain is changing and English is becoming a part of you.
That's a big milestone, and to keep that momentum going, it's good to create a small routine. For example, every morning, think of 3 things you will do that day in English. Today, I will clean the kitchen. I will call my friend. I will study English.
And in the evening, think about 3 things you did that day in English. I washed the dishes, I talked to my friend, I learned 10 new words.
This routine helps you use English regularly and builds a healthy habit. It's like brushing your teeth. You do it every day, and soon it becomes second nature.
Absolutely. And while you're practicing, remember to be kind to yourself. If you make a mistake, don't say, I'm bad at English. Instead, say, it's okay. I'm learning. I will try again.
That's such an important part of the process. Positive thinking helps your brain feel safe and ready to learn more. The kinder you are to yourself, the faster you'll improve.
And one more great tip is reading out loud. Take a short paragraph from a story or article and read it out loud slowly. Pay attention to your voice and try to sound clear.
This trains both your mouth and your ears at the same time. Plus, it helps your brain connect speaking with thinking in English. Do this every day, even if it's just for 5 minutes. You'll notice the difference in just a few weeks.
And here's something really cool. Some learners say they start dreaming in English.
That's amazing. And it's a sign that your brain is really taking in the language. To help this happen, you can read or listen to English before bed. Choose something calm and easy, like a short story or a soft English podcast.
Your brain will take it all in as you sleep. It's like your brain is working on English while you rest.
So, to wrap it up, remember this. Learning to think in English isn't about being fast, it's about being steady.
Yes, just like planting a tree. You water it a little each day. Over time, that tree grows strong, and your English will grow strong too with a little practice every day.
And before you know it, thinking in English will become as natural as riding a bike or swimming.
Exactly. So start small, practice often, be kind to yourself, and remember, each time you think in English, you're taking one more step toward fluency.
You've got this. Keep practicing, and soon you'll be thinking in English without even realizing it.
Thanks for listening to today's episode of English Hoot. We hope these tips help you start thinking in English and make your learning journey a little more fun.
Don't forget to practice every day, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.